And good morning, everyone that are online. And here is the first talk. I'm going to have many part of it to put in all this content for the topic of Ten Paramitas. So today I'm going to start the teachings of Ten Paramitas. First talk with everyone. This sharing have a lot of information that I slowly put it up. See right now, what is the Ten Paramita? So Ten Paramita is not formed one day. It's have a long history connected with the Dharma, come into this 10 set of teachings, applying into practice, especially Buddhist or non-Buddhist alike, spiritual life, or you want to have a common mundane life alike. You need to know this kind of perception and bring it into action. It really is the wholesome, it's a perfect. So why is it perfect? If we see this, the Ten Paramita listed in two traditions. One is the northern tradition, one is the southern tradition. Southern tradition is to come to the Southeast Asia and South Asia in the center. So we call that Southern tradition. And Northern tradition is the center of Asian, come to Eastern of like China, Korea, Japan, and Mongolia, this kind of region. We call that Northern tradition. So two of the Paramita have a long history connected to Indian region or connected to Himalaya South region. So I'm going to slowly analyze some teaching here. The first thing is Paramita is wholesome. 10 Paramitas listed 10 perceptions as the wholesome. It's opposed to the unwholesome. If we see it generally, you can see that once I list it, you see generosity, morality, patience, or renunciation, effort, meditation, wisdom, or wisdom, effort, patience, and skillful means resolution, power, and insight. And the other side, you can see truthfulness, determination, loving kindness, and equanimity. So this is the two sets of 10 Paramita we can find in the teaching of the right now. And we are going to, what is knowing the opposed meaning of unwholesome? You can see generosity, it's opposed to misery or stingy. Then you see that morality is opposed to immorality or evil action, evil thinking, like that. And patience is opposed to that gregarious immaterialism. V-U-L-G-A-R-I-Z-E. I don't know, I pronounce it vulgarious. And effort, of course, it's opposed to that laziness or renunciate is opposed to someone who is not come to secluded, or it's too much minds that cling to materials and phenomena of the material form. A little bit when we talk about wisdom, it means oppose is foolish. Sometimes he have a lot of talent and smart, but decision is not overcome the attachment, not overcome defilement, make troublesome to himself and other. We call that no wisdom. Wisdom have the equivalent to detachment, letting go of that kind of stress, called wisdom. And patience is opposed to someone is like me, have a lot of off-tempo or sharpness tempo, out of control, our own tempo, temper. And sometimes it's what we call that hot tempo. All this is need to be little bit patient, forbearant, or tolerant. That's very important. And of course, when we see furthermore that we need to know honesty, and it means the truthfulness that we can see hypocritical and dishonor, so that really see wholesome is truthfulness. Determination is opposed to someone that hesitate in resolute. Loving kindness is opposed to cold-hearted or cruel, sternly cold, that kind of mind state and action. Last one, insight and equanimity. Opposite is attachment. Yeah, this is how from long practice to form this teaching. Okay, further on, we go to a little bit more. Where is the Ten Paramita form very earlier time in Buddhism? We have the teachings of 37 factors of awakening in the Valley tradition from the Buddha time, but never taught or never have the complete sets of Parami until the late, so that in the northern tradition, it forms in very early there is the 4 Paramita and 6 Paramita in the Mahayana, so-called Mahayana teaching. And Theravada too, we have the Parami, but the Parami is late until 2 centuries ago. Then we have the teaching from 10 Paramita in the commentary of Theravada Buddhism. And in Mahayana Sutra is a more early day to form this teaching. And the legend too have the legend. And when the Chinese pilgrims go to India for learning, what they see, they have the history writing and record, do the diaries, writing every day to show that all the legends is in the center of India to form this teaching. But I want to say is when I learned Buddhism, I see it this way. So I put it here. 3 types of practice is the fundamental practice of yoga and samana. So yoga and samana, all these yogi who practice yoga and other traditions of meditation, who go to more deeper and profound meaning of their own freedom or their own spiritual understanding and realize the truth. So they are determining what is the wholesome mental state can be explained by perception. So they bring these three perceptions into practice: generosity, morality, patience, tolerance, or renunciation. Samana come to renunciation, and the yogi or lay practitioner of spiritual path, they come to patience and tolerance. So these three types of practice become very general purpose or general factors from the Brahman come to Samana. Brahman means is the one kind of old tradition from India who believe in Veda, the four Veda teaching, and come to Upanishad. Upanishad is the Samana teaching. So no matter you believe in the Veda teaching or you believe in the Upanishad teaching, they are always based in these three factors. So this three factor is very important in India. They have a history there. And then to form the teaching, they come in Buddhism. Buddhism accept this basic factor into fundamental teaching in Buddhism. So no matter you become a lay Buddhist or you become a monastic Buddhist, you still based in these three factors. Without these three factors, we can't have any basic or any base to your own spiritual life and to benefit to the real world. You can make yourself harmony in your own position and have the connected, wholesome connected to other faith or other friends, even though have the good compromise and how to deal with your enemy. Today we say enemy means someone who don't like you. You still have the good opportunity, open up yourself, give them opportunity to have harmony and to have this reaction and action together with these three factors. So this is very important until today. I will let you know the history later on. And in Buddhism, that we have two sections going on, means benefit to yourself and help others. In Buddhism, always talk these two. Which one is the initial? Which one is priority? And which one is more critical? So someone said benefit to yourself, then you can help others. Someone said that you help others in the same time you fulfill your own purification. So these two things are always have challenging in a Buddhist perspective. So someone go this way, someone go that way, so that we can see two major teaching. One is the elder teaching of Theravada, and one is the majority teachings and northern teachings of the Mahayana, which we help others, is a very important issue. And in the same time, you need to purify yourself when you help others. Otherwise, you will be lost. Otherwise, you will be dropped yourself into mud and never cannot easy to pull out yourself from that burning. So that this is a very important teaching of Jiru. And furthermore, we go a little bit more into see where this three factor coming from. Today's Ten Paramitas, I only helped everyone learn a little bit about this three factor, and other talk later on. Then I go further into this 10 Paramitas and the histories and geographies of Kashmir. And very important to understand the history and Buddhism in the old day. When you see at least it's 2 points, one to do the sharing, Gandhara and Rajagaha in the Buddhist history. And the big regions of Kashmir, this is 2 points I want to share it with the geography map. And Guru is land of fortune. If you see in the map that Guru is between Rajagaha and this what we call that Kashmir, is called Gandhara in the old day. Why we want to go too much into the old day is because of something like that in the histories. The whole regions of these big histories of Kashmir, they have history long connected to Alexander from Greek invents India. So that they invents India and the territory that their force and their political power, and they we invent this region is called Gandhara, and they left all their own culture, and even though the arts, sculpture, all is in this part, and Buddhism too, especially the Mahayana Bodhisattvas, all these artists form of coming is connected with Alexander. And after Alexander, then we have Ashoka. So from the Ashoka, then we come to it's in the Chinese, we call that Dalozhi. Is some Kashmir control region that race is from China come to this Central Asia, and from Central Asia come to Gandhara, so that this region is governed by them in the before 11th century. So after 11th century, then Muslim is take over the control and govern this region from 11th to 14th century. Then it take back it by Sikh. Sikh means a little bit right now I want to say is connected to the Brahman, Sikh. That is what the writing is K. Yeah, S-I-K-H. that race of Indian people who have long hair, they don't cut, and then they use the clothes to wrap it in a big head. I think the Buddha himself is some kind of the close colors of this race. And later on, after the Muslim by Sikh, and then 18th century, come to Britain. And after Britain, then 1954 until now is this region is covered back by India. This is a history, long history of Kashmir. And very long history, we connected a little bit with Buddhism. Then we have Rajagaha and Gandhara. When Buddhism starting from the Ganga River, we have a lot of activity in the years of Buddha is between Guru and Rajagaha. That is the region that Buddha traveled and all the monastic travel around. And when the Buddha sometime in Rajagaha is too busy and tired, so that he moved to the north a little bit, so that the north region, the old saying is paradise, heaven, and perfect land for meditation. This is what I know. The Legion of Fortune. The Buddha himself, 3 months, he took break close to Himalaya. He said that I'm going to the heaven. Why heaven? Because that region, in the old days, not many people there, like doing merchant and householder, and then expand the agricultural land, a lot of business, not like that. So Guru in that time is very few people like it, because it's the foot of Himalaya, cold and quiet, a lot of lake, beauty in nature, but not easy for human to stay, especially you are not strong and cannot tolerate cold. It is not the region. So Indian people in the south, mostly in humid, hot weather, a lot of this noisy, and they like in the city life, it's not the place they love it. So Guru in that time is the fundamental teachings of religion, especially when Brahman cannot survive in Rajagaha, because of Rajagaha have a lot of great free thinker, Samana and Yogi, so that the teaching of the God here, the authority been judged and been questioned, so they cannot easy to spread their propagation of the teaching of God in Rajagaha, so that they move back to Guru, because Guru there is a religion that originated where they come from, the Brahman teaching, or alien people from some saying is called alien people is from the Europe country, or from up the Arab country where they come from. But that history is long. I don't want to touch to it. I just want to say Guru and Gandhara is the religion that originated their ancestor form of this Brahman teaching, so that they're back to Guru, so that Guru is the land of fortune From there on, everyone is believe in God. They have no much stress of propagating and survival there. So Guru is the fortune land of Brahman. It's the fortune land of Yogi, because of this territory is not many people. Yogi have more freedom of enjoying the beauty and quiet and suitable for meditation. So that the old saying that I pick up 3 words. Again, I want to mention paradise, and second, heaven, third, perfect place for meditation. Until right now, this religion still have a lot of freedom. You know, what is the freedom? Freedoms of religion. Because of here have more right now Tibetan Buddhists there, and then they have a lot of yogi practice there because of the footprints of Himalaya, and other part of it may not have that kind of choice, and later on we can say a little bit. And big regions of Kashmir. Big region of Kashmir I want to share with you is because of right now, if can we turn it into another map? Okay, if we turn it into this another map, then we can see this region. This called small regions of Kashmir and Jammu. I want to make this first, and then back to big regions of Kashmir. I turn it around. So small regions of Kashmir and Jammu, we can see Kashmir and Jammu is down there, not in the north part a little bit. North parts that you can see that Ladakh. You can see that name Ladakh. Ladakh is the part just now I mentioned, Kulu. Ladakh right now is the region that being questioned, and a lot of fight there between China and India right now is there. Just not long ago, they just set a little bit, retreat back all this military force in order they are not going into danger is in this part of the region. And then if we see this map, that we can see that this region is a very, very important in the history. What is the important? I want to mention a little bit is the important like the life of Jerusalem. I said Kashmir and Jerusalem have in our world is 2 very complicated land of fight or of these territories union is belong to which country. It's a very, very difficult to decide because of the region have a lot of undecided in the histories, because histories that they are not the nation landmark, they are the territory landmark for all the work people or race people or business region people can stay together. They are not very strong power hold by this leader to want that to be mine in that region. So if you see this map, then you can see some part is controlled by China in the northeast side, And some part from the south is controlled by Indian, and some part of the northwest is Pakistan hands, in Pakistan's hand, and then a little bit up into the north, there is the Afghanistan's walkway, belong to the borders of Afghanistan and China, of this, when we see the big Kashmir region. And when we talk a little bit about the small Kashmir region right now, it's the land that still trouble because of the securities of Pakistan and the security or the border defense of India. So the small Kashmir is the Jammu and Kashmir here. Even though today is the first time India put all his forces come into take over the territories of Jammu and Kashmir, this region right now. But they're not agreed by the Pakistanis. So they're still going to more stress to each other. Why? Because this area is so very close to the capital of India, Delhi, New Delhi, and the Islam, the region or the capitals of Pakistan. So both of them from the Jammu, Kashmir, only very short term. If we say that from the China border, want to come to the capitals of Pakistan, only 500 kilometers. When Chinese territory force up there come to New Delhi, it's only 500 kilometers. So three forces or three countries is holding by this Jammu Kashmir as a lands of release. So lands of release means it's because of this land is not sure its history belong to who. It's still being questioned, and for them is still legions for it's a legion in the past, but not right now for everyone who can surely take over, so that this land will be released, all the forces, what I mentioned. And the second one is, if the Indian people want to go to the Central Asia, so this is the only way easy for Indian people come to have merged to the Central Asia. So this is very important for India. And one more important thing for the Pakistan and India too is because of here, the Himalayas 5 rivers is passing from the Himalaya foot come to Hindu River. So the northern part controlled by Pakistan. Why they want to control that region is because of the 3 of the river flow into Pakistan Hindu River. Pakistan only have 1 Hindu river. And then the water is flow from there, come to Pakistan. So the region of big Kashmir is very important. If it controls India, means they cut off the water come to Hindu River, then it's troublesome to Pakistan. So Pakistan, even though very weak, cannot fight with Indian, but they still want to control that region because of the survival of the resources of water supply. And India too, because of this land is very important for them to have a connection to the Central Asia. So it said that in the old day, they are only way across to Central Asia and come to Silk Road, come to China. That is the old merchant, old religious, spiritual, and cultural exchange. So that from this region, they can go easy. And for me, once I learned this, I said that this is a very complicated topic. Want to say that Kashmir is the region of troublesome. Why it is troublesome? India is a country that unite together, but not like China. The unity together by one language and one culture, and all the races come together, easy to be harmony by one culture as a big culture. And a lot of races that speak in one language, in a formal language, is Chinese language. So the easy to be communication, to be more easy to understand and respect each other by that kind of unity. But Indian is not multi-races, multi-religion, and multi-languages, and all these make their territory want to unite together very difficult, especially Kashmir. In the old day until now, if they want the freedom, they need to try what can make this freedom together in both sides, the whole region. So that whole region, and if I want to say right now, they have the religion problem between religion faith and between political faith. This has become a very important issue in Kashmir. And another thing is when the war and peace becomes the shaking, sometimes war, sometimes peace. And when you see what I say in the history, Alexander, Ashoka, Sikhs, is Muslim, Christian, India, and even though right now involved by China. Why? China helped Pakistan build the dam to block the water. And why they want to build the dam? Because India already built the dam to control water. So it's make nervous to Pakistan. So Pakistan right now build their own dam by the Chinese merchant investment. So this become big problem of their war and peace because of water supply is the survival resources for them. Okay, conclude. And why I want to say like this topic come to history and geographies of Kashmir is because of generosity, morality, patience, tolerance, and renunciation will bring today to commentary today. Very important message of today's this religion want to follow the old tradition. If we don't have this perception and we don't cling to this old spiritual life, this religion will be no soft condition can be make peace. Thank you. I will stop it here and continue the talks next. Thank you. If a little bit, anyone have any comments, want to question or give your opinion a little bit about my topic, and we have 5 minutes sharing. Q&A.
Yes, Master. I had a question on the word effort. One of the paramitas is power, and I'm wondering if that's effort, like making an effort.
Oh, the Ten Paramitas in the Chinese, power is a little bit different from effort. When we come to other factors, right now I only bring 3 factors into connected to the history and tradition, because these 3 factors is very important. The first 3 factors: generosity, morality, and patience, and renunciation, because this is a very old tradition. Buddhism, or the Buddha himself, he adopted from Brahman and formed this adaptation from Brahman and Yogi Samana teaching to form this paramita together. But it's not many people talk like this and then think it that way. So that once I do some research of this 10 Paramitas, and then my own viewpoint of the Buddhist histories and my fundamentals knowing about the Dharma, I want to connect it back, because once I want to connect it back, I found the history, geographical difficulty in this region, like today's Jerusalem, but in the Europe country there, Israel and Pakistan, it's a trouble there. That is more easy to solve, but Indian Kashmir, I can see there's a more difficult and danger than in that side. So this is what I want to have connection to it, and then talk about this tradition. I don't know if it makes sense to you or not.
Question? Yes. Speak more about renunciation. Is that the letting go of attachment and clinging?
Renunciation is the thing that if you want to solve the problem of the leader who too aggressive, involved into hold something to his own need and hold something back to his own viewpoint, that kind of attachment. So renunciation will bring you a lot of release, because the Samana teaching is not like the Brahman teaching. He have a very strong viewpoint that not letting go. You see, if you have a very strong attachment to not letting go of viewpoint, then a Samana self observation into purifying inner. Let the inner peace show that something is easy to open up. So Samana's spirit is very important in this region. Only in this region we found them where their experience is conditioned. Yeah. Thank you.